Yo, I could be about to get rinsed on this position, but I am in a trade. I'm 3 micros long from just above 540. We're going to give it somewhat of a wide stop, guys. I've had a rough trading day. I'm actually down on one of my funded accounts, like $350 or something like that. I got chopped up early at my key level this morning. Luckily, I was trading smaller size and was able to manage my risk pretty well. But I have not been seeing it all that well today. I'm not gonna lie. So don't follow my trades. You will get wrecked. Don't copy my trades. You will get wrecked. Today is not one of my better days. But just to show you what my trading looks like on a bad day, I figured I would hop on the live stream. And I mean, you can see I've got a level sitting there that's kind of holding a support right now. That's kind of why I'm long. I'm going to go ahead and target 650 for now. But if we do get aggressive back towards the top side and want to run those overnight highs, I'm not opposed to extending that target up to 700. So we'll see what happens here coming out of the lunch break on the new hourly candle. See if we can get a boost back above 600, back above that swing high that we just had going into the lunch hour. See if buyers want to step up and push it even higher. But yeah, today's been a little rough. Just for transparency, this is a 25K pro eval with Lucid that I'm trading. So this is not a funded. I'm not going to put another funded at risk today since I'm not seeing it that well. And that's that. So we'll see if we can pass a 25K eval in one day. Zen, you said you were green and now you're all red on all four. Yeah, it's just the snaps, are the 40-point snaps out of nowhere are a little hard to deal with. Luckily, I was trading micros to begin the day, but that 420, 440 area was just a mess. Was just an absolute mess. Like, I was long, I was short, I was long, I was short, I was long, I was short. It was one of those days. One of those days. But yeah, that's what my bad days look like, you know. $300 to $400 losses on an account, and that's why I don't copy trade. That's why I don't copy trade. That, in a nutshell, is why I don't do it. I'm not gonna sit there and have that happen across 5, 10, 20 accounts. No shot. No chance. So we're going to see if we can get a little trend continuation back up to the upside here. Obviously, higher time frames are all pointing up. So I'm looking longs only until price is back below 420. So I have to take my shots. I'm still going to take my shots. We're just going to size down and ride the long train until price is back below 420. You know? That's all you can do. Reclaims of any kind of support, I'll be long. Just so you guys can see where my target is, it's all the way up here at 650. Let's get rid of that. Let's go ahead and link these up. I don't understand. Do I have another? Oh yeah. I got an order resting up there from a target earlier. What's up, Albu? How are ya? Glad you could catch the stream. Albu, the new MGI levels indicator looks good. I'll have to filter out some of the levels, I think, on that indicator, Albu, by the way. Just so there's not so many printing all over the place. So how are you guys trading today? Chat's kind of quiet. I guess we only got like 30 people in here right now. Feels like old school RTH streaming sessions. Hey, what's up, Martin? How are you? Doing okay, Chompy? Nice. That's what I like to hear. All right, looks like we're pumping back up. Let's see if we can actually get somewhat aggressive towards this top side. I like where my target's at. I'm not going to add any more size just because of where my entry is. I'm not going to bring my average entry up any higher with what's been going on today. So we'll start watching it as we approach these highs up here around 600, 580 to 600. Martin, that should answer your question. The 25K screenshot. Yeah, I had a rough day too. I only traded one funded this morning, and it was down $350, $360, something like that. JB, you're short right now? Yeah, Doug, I mean, it's nicer to stream during RTH. We just don't get the viewers that we do during Globex. Like, I'd love to be able to transition to streaming during the day. It's just YouTube punishes my channel for doing so. Hey, thanks for the follow, Elpam. Appreciate you. Guys, we are live on Kick and Twitch as well, so if you prefer to watch on either one of those platforms, feel free to hop on those platforms, give us a follow. Oh no, Albu has just found Kick, guys. When Albu finds new toys, look out. When Albu finds new toys, look out. He is like a kid in a candy store with any kind of technology thing. Oh, it cracks me up. All right, we're sitting kind of comfortable right now in the position. If this rolls over from here, I'm not a huge fan. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and go break even on this. Let's just be smart. I don't want to see anything back below 550, so I'm going to just let this play out at this point. And hopefully buyers can get aggressive here and go push those overnight highs. Hopefully we can end up with like a 2.5% up day on the Nas. That's what I'm hoping for. Interest on the DOM. We do have orders resting up there just above 700 into 750. That's kind of why I'm targeting 650 right now, is because that's where it kind of stacks on the DOM. Whether we get there or not, I don't know. Price could roll over from here and go back to 400. I don't know. Clearly, I'm not seeing it that well today. Yeah, Kick is nice, Brady. Like, Kick is honestly, it's a better streaming platform than YouTube is. At least I think so. Far less lag. Better image quality as well. Hey, what's up, 44? All right, we're up a little over 200 on this 3 micro long right now. Like I said, we're targeting 650, so targeting another 70 points to the top side. If it gets... if it gets aggressive towards the top side, like I said, I'll probably end up targeting 700 or 750. I mean, we're holding up pretty well right now, but the market's just been back and forth and range bound the entire session. If you guys notice, the New York Open has that one good surge, and then the rest of the trading day, you're stuck in a range or sideways. How about that after hours pump? Last time you switched over to YouTube, it was like you lost your vision. I know, Martin. Kick does it right as far as streaming goes. It's probably because there's not as many people using it, not as much bandwidth is required. But it is, the image quality is so much better. Oh, nice, Zen. Yeah, let's see. I caught the short after the news rip last night. I was up like 1.3K last night on a single trade. Could have held for a lot more, but it's so hard to hold your positions on the short side right now. I don't know how you get into a short and not tight trail it. New York session has become buy the opening dip and hold. I just wonder when the rug pull is going to happen. Like, it's got to happen at some point, right? We've been up only for over a month. Man, maybe I should just take profits now. This is rolling over. Not able to get above 600 on that push. You think that's the case, Martin, because we run such little ads on YouTube as possible that you think they throttle the bandwidth? I mean, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. There's some content, though, that I watch. Like, I watch a lot of YouTube golf. And, like, on the Brian Bros and Grant Horvat's channel, there's, like, an ad almost after every shot. And I don't have YouTube Premium, so I see all the ads. But, man, if you have those ads turned up, like the setting turned up, it's crazy. Yeah, YouTube's quite aggressive with their ads. I don't know if you guys run into that issue as well if you don't have YouTube Premium. They're aggressive with the ads. It's worse than cable television. Doug, you would stay in? I mean, I'm going to stay. I'm going to let it play out. It's either going to be a break even or a big winner. I mean, obviously, as we approach overnight highs, I'll start trailing a little bit more because I'll want it to be aggressive through those overnight highs. Dom, you can't chat in Twitch? You sure? I don't see any Twitch chat. I don't know what's going on with Twitch. Run an ad every 30 seconds. Jayon, I'm long right now. I'm long 3 micro contracts on ticker symbol MNQ from 546, 28,546. I got a break even stop in, so no matter what happens at this point, the risk is off the table. I'm front running 650 up here for now, just because of all this interest on the DOM that's resting up there above 700. If buyers start to get aggressive through the 600s and into that overnight high, I'll probably pull that target up to 700. Tom, you're saying Twitch is having a platform issue? It won't add the chat window. Let me take a look real quick. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. Let's see. I don't know. I see the chat window. Stuck in loading chat at the bottom. Let's see. Hey, what's up, J-Rod? I don't know. It's showing up on my end, Dom. Hey, J-Rod. Good to see you, too. All right, let's see if we can push through the 600 here. Obviously, that's the New York session high. Overnight high sits at 28,635-ish. I'd like to see buyers aggressively push through that overnight high. All right, we're up $260 on the position right now. Yeah, after the cash closed yesterday, guys, I don't know if you watched what happened. Like, it sold off into the cash close, and then the next hour was like just a straight rip to the top side. Yeah, Albu, go get the doggo some exercise. Is that what was going on, Martin? I haven't paid attention to the news at all this week. What's up, Spaces? Guys, it got chilly here in Louisville today. Like, it's down in the low 50s. Kind of odd for mid-May or early May here. Normally we're in the 70s, 80s by now. Fahrenheit, that is, to everybody who's located in Europe. Zen, I was going to go take that walk. And it started storming as soon as I got done streaming yesterday. It started raining here. Currently 53 freedom units here. Oh my goodness, just choppy range, guys. Just choppy range. What's up, Chief Pepsi? How are you? Today's been rough. Today's been a rough trading day for me. I haven't been seeing it all that clearly. Aside from the trade that I'm in right now. Coincidentally, I go live and I'm actually in a decent trade. Yeah, Chief Pepsi. I mean, luckily I was sized down. I told everybody earlier I was sized down, so I only took a $350 hit. But man, I got chopped at that 420 to 440 area early. I was long, I was short, I was flipping position all over the place. I probably tried, I don't know, 8 trades around that area early. Completely out of character. Hey, what's up, Vicky? How are you? Come on, buyers, hold up. No more range. Zilla Man, you're here right on time. I went live about 25 minutes ago. Hey, what's up, Trader 007? How are you? Yeah, Zen, tell him. Yeah, guys, if you haven't smashed that thumbs up button yet, smash that thumbs up button. I would appreciate it. Come on, let's go chase down those overnight highs. Let's do it. Oh, thanks, 007. Yeah, you too. You as well. I hope everybody trades well. I don't like seeing people lose. I know there's others out there in the trading space that do like seeing people lose. It never makes me feel good. The P&L didn't replace the chaos, Martin. Yeah, I mean, it was tough, right? Because it was volatile too. It wasn't like you couldn't have been trading minis around that area. There was just no way. The emoji's weird on the screen. Oh, you mean as far as the chat box is concerned? Yeah, I don't know why it... I think it's just because we're on Kick and Twitch and YouTube, so everything shows up different. I'm sure if you're on whatever platform you're doing that on, if you're on Kick or Twitch, or if you're on Kick, it shows up normal in that chat. But on the Streamlabs multi-stream chat, the code doesn't recognize it probably. Oh, it's okay, Zen. Rocket Red countdown liftoff. Yeah, I see that. No, I appreciate it. It's chat engagement, Zen. It gets the chat engagement up. I mean, shoot, I don't even know how many people we got in here right now. We got, like, across all the platforms, we have, like, less than 40 people watching currently, so. Scott, what do I say when someone is rude? Generally, I ignore, Scott. I don't really say too much when people are being rude. And honestly, our community is really good about saying it in the chat on their own, so I don't really have to do a whole lot. We got a lot of really good people that follow my streams and follow my channel, so I feel protected. Yeah, we've got a pretty chill community. Occasionally, when, like, you know how the trading space has the they want to see the degen gambling trading. They want to see a lot of size, huge P&L. I preface on my channel when new people are here that that's just not how I trade. I don't make millions every year. So occasionally we'll get somebody that's like, come on, less talky, more trade. You know, but for the most part, our community is really chill. Good people. I've been fortunate. They'll come in from time to time, but I don't know. You just ignore them and they go away. Usually when people are being super rude, they're looking for some kind of response, right? They're looking for that response. They're looking for me to lose my head and lose my cool. So why give them the satisfaction? It's usually people looking for signal. Oh yeah, like trying to copy trade. All right, let's see if we can go push those overnight highs now. Get through 600. Yeah, Zilliman, exactly. I mean, that's the way I want my channel to be, you know? I'm no influencer, you know? I'm no trading guru. On a delay on NQ, good luck. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly. The 9-10 second delay on YouTube could be extremely detrimental these days if you're trying to copy trade. Plus, if you're copy trading, you're not really learning anything, right? Like, you're not... Eventually, I won't be around, right? Eventually, your favorite trading mentor won't be around to hold your hand through the trade. Like, you got to learn how to trade. I do have levels above, guys, if you guys want to see them. I did plot these out last night and then this morning. So if you want to mark them on your charts, if you use my levels that I draw out, I've got 730 to 750 above. Obviously, I've got 650 to 630. To the top side, I've got 820, 840, and then 900, 920. And then obviously psych level 29K. Yeah, Quantower is amazing, Zen. I don't know that I'll ever... I mean, I'll try out other trading platforms from time to time, but it's going to have similar functionality. Similar execution. It's like that good mix between the user friendliness of like a platform like Tradevate, you know, where you can just get up and get going, and the complexities of like a Sierra chart. Oh, Martin, we can call 30K probably within the next week. Yeah, I mean, you know, here, guys, here's some reference for you. A fib extension on the latest daily chart leg. The 61.8 is 29,103. So we technically could still have a little more room to the top side before we would have any kind of like real resistance, you know, where we could see a substantial pullback. But those are what your fib extensions are on this last stretch of buying from, let's see, April of 2025 to October of 2025, and then the pullback on the leg down to March of 27. So we could still be see a little bit higher prices. All right, we're above 600 now. Let's go chase down those overnight highs up there at 635. I think it's probably okay to move this stop up to below 570. We'll go 565. Actually, we'll go right below this buy up candle. So I'll put it at 562. Lock in a little bit of profits. Hey, what's up, DS? When did I become a day walker? Yeah, we're trying something new. We're trying RTH streams. So we're going to be trying 1 to 3 p.m. for a little while. We might even do some New York Opens. We're just trying to change it up a little bit. Guys, when you stream during the nighttime, and especially when you trade during the mornings, and that's the majority of your... That is the bulk of your trading, is the New York session. Those days become extremely long with streaming. So, you know, I was putting in like 17, 18-hour days between content, streaming, and trading. It just becomes a little bit overwhelming. I've got to find some work-life balance somewhere, which I haven't had recently. Yeah, Zen. What my clue was, right? Obviously, the markets have been crazy lately with the pump up only. But what I've found is I found myself getting irritable and angry a lot, which isn't my personality. You know, I'm generally pretty calm and passive and patient, and I found myself feeling on edge. So for my mental health, I think I needed to change things up a little bit, which is obviously tough to admit, right? Because, well, I'm a man and things like that are tough to admit. But even I know when to call it. And it is important, you know, like it's important in trading. We're sitting at a desk staring at charts for hours every day, you know. It's a very lonely profession, if you're pursuing it as a profession. You know, there's not like we've talked about it before. In real life, there's not a lot of people that you can talk about trading with. They don't understand. It's a foreign language to them. My goodness, this is absurd. I'm gonna hang in there, guys, but watching these pullbacks is tough when it starts to get heavy like that. Always scared of that 50-point yank candle. So I don't have anybody in real life that I can get that. I can't talk about what I do with people, right? The most that they want to know is what your P&L line says. And that's really why I stream, is to have that camaraderie with people, have that sense of community. Because we don't have an office that we can go to. We don't have like a trading desk that we can go to. Eventually, if the channel continues to grow, I'd love to open up an office that all of us can visit and trade from together in person. You know, but that's a long ways off. And I don't know that the channel will ever grow to that kind of size to warrant that. Yeah, and it's tough. Yeah, like a work share space. Oh, thanks, Zilla, man. Yeah, I'm glad that I've had a positive effect on you guys and your trading. I'm glad to see that, you know, a lot of people that haven't been getting payouts before, you know, have been able to get to payout. And they're holding onto their accounts a lot longer at a very minimum, you know. So, I mean, sometimes it takes them a month or two to get through an evaluation, but that's far better than rifling through accounts, you know, and DLLing every other day. Just psychologically shutting it down at a $300, $400 loss is actually a win. Like, it's actually a win. Wow, these IB percentage lines are playing quite well, huh? Never really looked at those before. All right, it looks like we got about 50 people in here right now. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate you. I know the streams are a little slow because all the big channels are streaming right now, and that's where everybody's hanging out. But I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in. The channel's really slowed down a lot recently. Yeah, that's another thing, Zen. That's another thing that's weighed on me, is watching. You know how I said Mason's job as the editor, like, that was the reason why I started the channel in the first place, was so that he didn't have to look for a job. Well, the money on that end has really slowed down. So I feel responsible for a young man's well-being as well. So that weighs on me. Yeah, just the mental health hasn't been great. WLAA only found me a few days ago, so sorry if you said it, but do you trade any other assets or mainly in Q? Mainly in Q. As far as my day trading is concerned. We'll look at other things from time to time. Obviously, we'll look at gold, you know. We'll look at... Wow, I got to do some cleaning up of the gold chart. We'll look at ES. You know, I use ES for Confluence for my NQ trades. We'll look at YM. We'll look at the Dow Jones futures as well. I don't trade oil, but we'll take a look at oil from time to time. But yeah, I mainly trade NQ. It's just where I'm most comfortable. You know, it's kind of one of those things, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Oh yeah, Zen. I'm fully aware. I mean, I'm gonna keep plugging along. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, but there's got to be some balance in there too. Oh, nice, Waya. Yeah, I hope everybody finishes the day green too. I had a rough start to the session today. Very rough start to the session today. Got chopped up early. Yeah, Zen. I mean, we'll the summer months, my goodness. This Nasdaq is just relentless. I still don't have a reason to get out of the trade, guys. There's no reason for me to let go of this position yet. I'd like to see us run down those overnight highs. Maybe we just go sideways here till the new hour candle for the next 15 minutes or so. Put in some volume here around psych level 600 and then get a rip on the new hour candle maybe. I just hope I can survive any pullback. What kind of nature is around Zen? I mean, we've got, it's called Broad Run Park. It's got 32 miles of hiking trails. We've got a lot of caves and stuff here in Louisville as well, like around in the area. The Ohio River is about 20 minutes away from my house. Really, it's only a couple hour drive to the mountains as well. If you want to go to like Nashville's only 2.5, 3 hours away, something like that. I mean, we're holding up quite well here, guys. We might be making that move to 700 in the next hour. Obviously, it could roll over as well and just have one of those sideways days. Daily chart-wise, putting in another big green candle, another gap and go, another imbalance, left behind. In fact, let's go ahead and mark it on there. Go ahead and mark out that imbalance. Yeah, Chief Pepsi, I mean, there is a double top, little exhaustion. I just don't know if I don't know if there's enough profit taking interest here yet or not. Like, I won't be able to short until we're back below this at this point. Everything, we're still in buy the dip territory. We're still just stepping up. We have not actually got a new low in yet at all. I mean, when you zoom out and look at it like that, I guess you could, if we put in a lower high here, like if that is the high of day at 610 and we do start rolling over, I guess, and if you were able to get back below this, then I could start thinking about looking for shorts back into a previous high, you know, back into these previous highs. But until that happens, I can't be on the short side for very long. We're going to have to see some sort of sign that the overall uptrend is broken, even on an hour, like even on a 15-minute chart. And it just isn't. Scott, you think it goes lower from here? It could. We'll see, though. I'm not going to be able to take those shorts, though. I'm not going to be able to take those shorts. The 15-minute looks kind of bull flaggy. Yeah, the 15-minute is, it's looking like it's primed for another launch higher. That's what it's looking like to me. I mean, we could roll over, of course, but it's looking like we're just picking up some volume here at 600 for another surge. Max greed. Maximum greed levels. Is anybody else in a position right now? Tell me this. Is anybody short right now? That's the question. And if so, where are we short from? And what's the target on the downside? You're in a long right now, Zen too? Yeah, until price is firmly holding below a prior swing high, it's going to be really hard for me to short the market. Definitely not short, but you're out of your long scalp? Okay. Yeah, I understand. Like, if you had entered anywhere up here at the 580s, 590s, really anywhere above 570, I understand cutting it right now. I definitely understand reevaluating. And then obviously if we get that break above overnight highs, you could long up into 700 probably. So I understand reevaluating. Candlestick Cricket, you're sitting in a long right now? Yeah, me too. I mean, if you can get a good long entry these days, just hold it for the rest of the day. I mean, that's what you do. If you can get that good long entry in the day. I mean, guys, when I woke up this morning and I saw that we had traded all the way up to, you know, 640, 650s, I was like, are you kidding me? All right, you've got to be joking. And I kind of knew with the big move overnight that today's session wasn't going to be great, because that's generally how it goes. When you get a good size move during the Asia and London sessions, I don't know if you guys noticed, but New York opens up and it's kind of this whole session of indecision. Range bound chop. No, Albu, you haven't missed anything. Price is right where it was when you left. Hey, Nims, what's going on? The screen is disgusting. The screen or the charts? the upside. I know, Nims. Trust me, I know, brother. I know. Chief Pepsi, you've got orders stacked 700 up to 750. It's not. There's 151 sitting at 709.50, and then just a lot of single prints, you know, higher. You got a 63 at 750. Nims, I did something earlier today, and you know what's disgusting? Take a look at this. The 61.8 fib extension off the last daily chart high is all the way above 29K. Stop saying these numbers, Nim says. I mean, I don't even know if a news headline will send us down at this point. I don't even know if, like, what, Nvidia goes bankrupt? I guess that would send us plunging to the depths. It almost reminds me of the Bitcoin run up, the way Nasdaq's trading right now. What's up, Tim? Seems like any news, regardless good or bad, we always go up. It's outrageous. It is outrageous. China invading Taiwan. Would it though? Would it though, Martin? Maybe. Oh, nice, Tim. Yeah, Tim, I had a rough morning. I'm red on the day on my funded account. I got chopped up. In a nice position now, obviously. But this is an evaluation that we're trading right now, so Nims Allbirds. They've got a good reputation. Oh, do I like how Allbirds went from a shoe company and then said it was going AI, buying NVIDIA chips, and went up 600% in a day? Yeah, Tim, I got chopped up. I got chopped this morning. Rough trading session. It was all that 420 to 440 chop that got me. All that. I was long 440. I was short 420. I was long 440. Nims, what's the new schedule? We're going to do 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern for a little bit, Nims. We're going to try it out. SW Oil did you dirty last night? What times can you come in, Nims? Nims, you can come on stream whenever you want to come on stream. All right, guys, we got 50 people watching right now. Smash that thumbs up button if you haven't yet, if you're watching on YouTube. Also, we're streaming live on Kick and Twitch now, so give us a follow on those platforms. Trying to build up the followings on those two platforms as well. You'd like to see Albu or Makto in the stream, Chief Pepsi? They've both been on before. They both have been on before. Albu is camera shy. Albu's camera shy. He doesn't like being in front of the camera. Hey, what's good, Adam? All right, new hourly candle. I actually don't mind the initial dip here, but I would like to see it catch another bid. Put in the downside wick and then launch. Yeah, SW, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know where the top is. I kind of showed that daily chart earlier with the fib extension on the last overall leg on a daily. The 61.8 would be at above 29K, 29,100. So we still could have a little more room to the top side before we run into, you know, any kind of like wave pattern resistance on those higher time frames. So I mean, there will be downside in there somewhere, right? You know, probably 200-300 point rips to the downside, but I don't know if we're gonna get that rollover on the higher time frame until above 29K. Do you really want to hear me speaking with the strongest German accent? Yeah, Albu's been on stream before. He's been on stream. Oh, I know, S-Dub. I mean, I don't even know. Honestly, I don't even know anymore. I really don't even know anymore. 26.4? maybe. Hey Nims, did you just Nims? Did you just sign up for Kick? I mean, guys, just hold on to any long position. Can you imagine buying last April and holding a swing position through all that? All right, buyer stepped in after that little dip, it looks like. So I think we're good to hold this position. I'm probably going to pull this up, and then I'll just trail my stop as we get closer to 700. See if we can get some sort of push up here towards 700. So that's kind of what my trade will look like now. Yeah, Esto, they do. They want to squeeze. It's a squeeze. It's exactly what's happening. The problem is those, even like at the institutional level, any kind of like hedge funds that had like short positions are now having to flip long in order to hedge their short side positions. They might still be holding that short side position, right, on some things, but they've had to flip long on the indexes, right, on the futures because of that. So it's just going to continue to drive that price higher and higher and higher. It's kind of like that GameStop effect, you know, where you had all the hedge funds shorting that stock, and then you had you had retail come in and just squeeze them out, so they had to flip, which created an even bigger squeeze. And that's why GameStop and AMC and BlackBerry and all that had that major run in that short period of time. And that's kind of what we're seeing on the Nasdaq right now. You had a meeting with Monaco Asset Management, Nims? Yeah, it'll happen eventually, S-Dub. I mean, it will pull back. This isn't sustainable, right? Like, this is unhealthy upside. Completely unhealthy upside. For an entire basket of stocks, an entire index to move like this much, this fast, is not, that's not sustainable. It's not healthy. But the problem is now is even when you do get that rug pull day, right? Like even when the rug pull does come, it's going to be so hard to catch. It's going to be so hard to catch because the moves are going to be so violent and so volatile and so back and forth and so choppy that even on a micro position, it's going to be very hard to hold through it, right? It's going to be impossible to hold. So it's, we're at that point. Like we said, guys, you know, it's a 2,000 point down move just to hit the first breaker, just to hit the first limit down. So it's going to be, when it does happen, like when it does happen, it's going to be very difficult to catch that move. Extremely, extremely difficult. If we hit a breaker, you'll only be 7,000 points from break even. Yeah, Nims, I mean, your short entry's still on my chart. It's still on my chart. Oh, massive. I don't like shorts. You can't short this right now. I will tell you, you don't want to short this right now. It might work out, right? Like you might be able to short the highs and it might work out. I'm not shorting this right now. I'm not shorting this market. Oh, S-Dub, it's a high. He's not really short. I'll show you. You want to see where his short entry is? Oh, wait, did I get rid of it? No. I did. It's not on the charts anymore. What happened? He's short from right here. 19,400 is his hypothetical short position. Yeah, massive. You don't want to short. You just can't. I mean, you can. It might work out, but and they say you can't make money with micros. I'm up almost 500 on this position right now. 450. ES all-time highs? Nice. Nice. NQ not quite there, so NQ will probably follow. Although ES has kind of been lagging behind NQ, hasn't it? Man, ES looking like it might want to rip to 7,400 here. Stop saying nice to all-time highs, Nim says. 1 second, guys. Nice. Another 10-point pullback on the Nas. Nice. Just go to our Discord, Albu, and see how good it is for the mental. I don't know that Albu. I don't know that he's been. I mean, he's tried a couple shorts, but I don't know that he's been shorting the market. I think he's just hoping to get a long entry, from what I understand. Let's go. Chase down those overnight highs and rip higher. I mean, now we really don't have much volume sitting below anymore, guys. I mean, look at the DOM. Look at the skew on the DOM. There is nothing here. I don't even know where you would target on the short side right now. Yep, nothing below. Just one guy at 19,400 and no other orders. Oh, Nims, you crack me up. All right, overnight highs sitting about 10 points higher. When Once we get to overnight highs, I'm probably going to pull my stop up. There's no reason to obviously give this much profit back. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and pull it up to just below this for now. Nims. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with me on these afternoon streams. I know it's a little bit different. I know it's a different time. I know a lot of you are used to having, you know, 200 people in the streams. But it's honestly nice to be able to stream during regular trading hours, even if the channel isn't performing as well. All right, here comes that push to overnight highs. Let's see if we can get an aggressive push through it. If it's aggressive through those overnight highs, I like it up to 700 at least. That's a new, we're putting in new New York session highs now with every new green candle that prints. Yeah, Abu, it's nice. Like I said, you know, my mental health hasn't been the greatest lately because of, you know, just the constant chart watching and work on the channel and work on the indicators and you know, everything that goes into having the community that we do. So I have to find some balance somewhere. It's not easy to trade live in front of people, you know? Like, it's hard enough trading on your own with no eyeballs watching. It's even harder when you've got 300, 400, 500 people watching and everybody's giving signals. Adding a lot of noise to your trading, which makes it even more difficult. All right, there's overnight highs. Let's see, can it be aggressive and follow through here at overnight highs, or do we reject? It's looking like it's going to pump. Looking like it's going to pump. Actually, you know what, Zinzin? That's not a bad idea. Let's take one off here. I'll reset my brackets. All right, I locked in one. And we'll target that 700 level again on the two contract runners. Move our stop back up to 590-ish. All right, so we locked in... What do we lock in? Like $140 on that position, something like that. On the one contract. And then we've got two runners left. Oh, thanks, Doug. I mean, guys, this is what my trading normally looks like. I'm not in and out of positions a lot. I'm normally in a position and sitting in it for a while. Nims, you like to sit in positions too? Yeah, Nims, we know. 19,400. Sit in the position. What's up, Mason? Him should average it in so he can cut it in half. He's been layering in the whole way up. He's been layering into that 19,400 short all the way up. Massive. Yeah. We definitely could pull back towards that 600 area. I mean, if we maintain stair-step pattern, this would be your pullback right here. So 610 to 600. Getting 100 points is easy. Just get in there before a Trump tweet. Romeo. I mean, facts. It's not. You're not lying. All right, let's see. Can we push through those overnight highs on this surge? ES is at 73.80 right now. It's looking like it might want to make a run here towards the end of the day up to 7,400. So I'm not really fearing any kind of big pullback right now. What's going to happen when they cut the internet cable? Maybe next 30-minute candle here in 7 minutes. Maybe we finally get that push up there. It could be one of those days where the buyers try to get it done before 3 p.m. Eastern, so in the next 40 minutes or so. And then power hour is kind of some profit taking downside. Man, guys, this is just... I can't even zoom in close enough to give you guys a good visual on the candles because of my position. You know, it's so wide. Here, let's do this. Oh, Zen. Why does action seem to happen? Algorithms. That's why. Time-based algorithms. Did I start with 2? Mason, I actually had 3 micros on. I added on the way down. So my initial I think was like 540 And then I tried to add at like 5:30 and 5:20. And then my stop was just below 500. So I layered in off the level down there, Mason, just so you know. So on this pullback, when we pulled back into it, obviously we had the break. We've got the retest flag here. My initial was right there at 540, and I added the 2 as we bottomed out down here. I say I have low confidence in my all-time high levels. They play. Yeah, but I mean, we're in price discovery mode, Mason, so it's very hard to say. I realize I have levels above. You know, these levels I've had there for a few days. I drew the 650 level long before price ever got there. I did that after the close yesterday. And I realize they play, but my confidence in them is not that great. The price hasn't traded there yet, you know? I'd much rather see multiple tests of a level to determine the strength. You know, at least here we've had multiple tests. Here we've had multiple tests. Up here, we have no idea. It is so hard to continuously buy all-time highs. So difficult. Just winning that psychological warfare in your mind is very difficult to do. Even when you're buying the dip, you know, because you're almost in the back of your mind, you're thinking, is this it? Is this when they pull the rug for a 700-point move to the downside? Yeah, Ethan, yeah, you just keep buying for the last months, Ethan. Last few months since the beginning of April, since March 31st. Thinking it'll finally go. Yeah, I know. It's tough. PTSD. Yeah, it's very hard, Zenzen, though. Like, it's so difficult to continuously buy what you think is tops, you know? And even when it does dip, like I said, in the back of your mind, you're thinking, okay, is this the rug pull? You know, it's very difficult. So I'm right there with you. I'm right there with everybody else right now. I mean, today was my first red day on the fundeds in a little while. Luckily, I was able to limit the damage, you know, to it just being a $350 losing day. All right, let's see what happens here in the next 30 minutes. I don't mind a little dip down. Blue sky trading is its own beast. I know. Yeah, because they're almost forcing you to continuously buy tops. Just keep buying tops. And then the slow grind at all-time highs as well puts you on edge because you're like, okay, when is it going to happen? When is it going to happen, right? When is it going to slowly start to roll over and then they yank the rug 200 points to the downside, right? When is that going to happen? Buy high, sell higher. Yep. And we have been sitting in this one trade the whole stream. we've been in this trade for like 2 hours now. $28,656 mini rug pull. Yeah, we'll see. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. Martin, I already took one position off. I already took one contract off. I guess I could take another off and just leave the one last runner for the glory. You're pushing the market, Ethan? All right. Yeah, Martin, there's no... I really have no reason to get rid of any of the position yet. You know? There's nothing that's telling me to short the market right now. Nothing. Other than us being right at overnight highs. That's it. Your TradeOvate froze and then it said account breached in your email? Wait, what? You're pulling at the screen right now, Zen. Zen's over there. All right. There's a new high. Here comes 650. See how aggressive it wants to get here to the top side. I mean, that's my original target right there. It's 650. But it's looking pretty strong right now. I think we might just blast go ahead and pull my stops up. I think we might just blast off here. So you guess NQ's gonna hit 30K by the end of May? Yeah, I mean, just buy. Just keep buying. Don't short the market, guys. Don't short. Tanner, what was that? No, nobody can. It's just. We're probably gonna go push 700 here. I mean, hey, Sam for self, enjoy the yard work. Get that vitamin D. Get some sunlight. This market is crazy, guys. It's crazy. All right, I'm gonna peel one off here. I think. All right, let's take one more contract off. Oh, did I not get it in there? Still, am I still 2? Oh no, I'm 1. Okay. All right, so I've secured that. We'll leave the runner on here. All right, only one contract left, guys. Only one contract left. We've locked in $380 on 2 micros so far on this trade. We're up on the last micro, $280 as well. Oh no, we locked in $380 on 2 micros. We've got one runner left that's got another, what, $100 that it could get. So this would be about a $700 trade if we hit on 3 micros. And we've locked in 100 points on our runner already too. So no matter what, it's $200. It's going to be a close to $600 trade no matter what. Let's go. Full tank of gas secured. Barely these days. Yeah, I know. I know. Gas is expensive. Luckily, I don't do a whole lot of driving. So because my Jeep actually will burn through some gas. I think I get like 25 miles to the gallon or something like that. 25 or 24. It's crazy that you can't leave the house anymore and spend less than $100. Like, you can go to the grocery store these days, guys, and walk out with like 2 little bags of groceries, and it's like 140 bucks. It's crazy. $25 is better than your previous V6. You like the RTH streams, KWWK? Nice. Nice. I'm glad you guys are liking them. Obviously, viewership's way down, you know, from what it is during the Globex sessions. But like I said, I just have to find that balance. I gotta find some work-life balance, and streaming during Globex, trading all day, working on content. The days just became really, really long and a grind. So trying to have some time away from the screens and streaming and doing all that right now. Tenor, you got a Prius 40 miles to the gallon? Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, that's right. I forgot, Jerome. I forgot that username was you. Yeah, I got you. I got you. All right, I'll call you Jerome. Yeah, the usernames, the user handles on the chat. And that's driving in the city like a lunatic. Oh, that's right, Tenor. You Uber around, don't you? Uber Eats? Is that what you do in your spare time? Anybody talk to DCD Trades at all recently? I haven't spoken to him in a while. I think I need to reach out. 38? Do you guys have hybrids? I know the Prius is the Prius a hybrid? A 2012? Probably not. Maybe. I mean, 38 miles to the gallon is crazy. It is a hybrid, Tenor? Okay. Scott, you got an electric van. It's the best car you've ever driven. An inline turbo, a Tiguan, a Volkswagen Zen. Turbo, 1.4 liter. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about Volkswagens, right? And this is something that's probably very, very picky. Is, I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, but if you get a flat tire in a Volkswagen, they put this security lug nut on your tires so that you can't change it without taking it into the Volkswagen dealership. It's like a special tool that you need in order to get the tires off of a Volkswagen. Yeah, Tanner. I don't know if you've ever noticed it, but everybody who's ever owned a Volkswagen that I know of has this different sized lug nut on their tires, so that if they get a flat, they have to take their car into the dealership because only Volkswagen dealerships have this special tool. It's kind of like Apple Apple and their ecosystem. You know how Apple products aren't compatible with anything else. It's kind of that thing where, hey, let's keep all the business in-house. Hey, what's up, Prakash? Yeah, we're gonna do some afternoon streams. Might even do some New York Open streams. Spaces, it's a VW has a plastic cap. Jerome, don't tempt me with a good time. Dang, Zensen's riding around there in like a... She's zipping around those roads of Ohio. Just flying around. All right, guys, we're just chilling in this trade. We're trading above overnight highs now at this point. We might get a retest of the overnight highs. My stop is just above 620 right now. If I get stopped out, great. So be it. It's still 100 points locked in on that last contract. Total on the position currently, I'm up $640 on 3 micros. I've peeled off 2. I've got 1 runner left. We'll see what happens here. Power hour in about 13 minutes. All right, let's see what happens at these overnight highs. I'm kind of hoping we're just going to maintain that stair step higher pattern that we've been putting in. I'm not really willing to give it back to 600 at this point. So I'll be stopped out if it does dip below overnight highs and comes back into 620. I'll be out. It's looking like that might be what happens here. All right, there's the bounce off overnight highs. Let's see if we can push back higher. Every time it starts to look heavy, it just bounces every single time. Oh, it looks heavy. Everybody gets all ready to short the market and then slows down and bounces. All right, just has to hold here for the next 10 minutes, and then I think we can get that move up. But it has to hold here. Trump's speaking right now? Oh, great. Great. That means I probably definitely get wicked here. I probably get wicked out of this trade if that's going on. Either that or I get the insta fill above 700. All right, can we hold these overnight highs? Got to survive another 9 minutes, more than likely. Still trying to hold. Does this feel like it's going to be another end of day squeeze to you guys? Does this feel like another end of day surge to the top side? I mean, sellers are really trying here. I mean, all this looks like is another break and retest for another push up. Here we go. You would love for someone to market sell about one contract. 100K. I mean, I would love to see an aggressive move to the downside. It just, you get it off the New York Open, but that's you have about, you don't, there's not enough time to really do it. I guess you had it in the lead up to the New York Open today as well, off the 650 area, or whatever that high was, 635. That last hour leading into the New York session was kind of heavy. It was kind of a lot of downside. But all we did was pull back into that 420 to 440. If you guys remember the earnings pump last night after the cash close, it topped out at 420. So all it did was come back and retest those highs and continue higher. Oh, nice. And you guys are scalping this little range here? Yeah, obviously I don't have a reason to scalp right now. We are just holding, looking for that push up to 700 at this point. So it's either going to be a 100-point winner on my runner contract with my entry being all the way down here. In fact, here, let's do this. Let's hide these for now so we have a little bit better look. That's kind of what we're looking at as far as the whole trade is concerned. I mean, even think about it. Anybody that's shorted at any point today is underwater at this point, being above overnight highs. So I can easily see us squeezing into the close, maybe even higher. Maybe even higher than where I'm targeted. So any short position is underwater right now. All right, another 2.5 minutes and we got the top of the hour. We move into power hour. If we can hang above that overnight high at 635 going into power hour, I think we're probably going to get another surge to the top side during that last hour of the market. Spaces, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how the whole gamma or the option stuff works myself. That would be something to ask probably Albu or somebody that does know, is a little more educated on it than I am. Yeah, Spaces. I mean, I'm a trading for dummies kind of guy. Keep it simple. The last thing, that's why I got away from options, actually, was because all of a sudden you're paying attention to all those Greeks and trying to process all that information and then execute a trade based upon all that data and all that information. I can't do that. I can't do that at all. I want to trade price and volume, and that's it. Just give me a level. Let me look at what volume's being conducted at that level, what's actually happening to price at that level, and let's execute based on that level. That's it. All right. New hour just opened up. Let's see if Let's see if we can get that initial push down and then hold that 635 area. I'm a smart guy. Oh, well, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. All right, I mean, we're holding those overnight highs, guys. I don't see, there's still no reason for me to even think about getting out of the position. I mean, we're holding it pretty well right now. I think we could grind higher into the close. Oh, yeah, we can't trade CFDs in the US. I mean, guys, should I just take my profit or should I just let it ride? I should just let it ride. I mean, I'm only risking another $50 here, right? I think I should just let it go. Yeah, Scott, we have far more restrictions than most other places when it comes to trading. Yeah, Zenzen, I don't really have any reason to get rid of it. I mean, maybe I could pull my stop up to those overnight highs at this point, because I think if it's going to go, it's just going to go from here. It's never going to come back to overnight highs. Because if it does come back to overnight highs, you're either looking at sideways action into the close or a little bit of a pullback. So I think I could do something like this. You know, just give it below that last swing. And lock in another $20, but I think we could squeeze here the last hour. Not a lot of volume right now being conducted, though, so it's going to be slow. Still got those orders resting above 700, up into 700. That's where the immediate interest is. There's really not a lot to the downside. You declare prop profits as spread betting gains, Romeo? Spaces, no. No, I'm not going to be streaming Asia session at all this week. Next Asia session would be Sunday night, maybe? Sunday night? The Globex space is crowded, guys, at this point. Like, it is extremely, extremely crowded. Not that RTH is any less crowded, but now that Rocket Scooter's got somebody on streaming all night long, Top Step, My Fun of Futures TV, Rake Trades now has 24/7 streams going on. With all the bigger channels streaming, Albert, you know what is not crowded? London session. Albert, you know when London session is for me? That's 3 a.m. my time. That is 3 a.m. my time. I could do what I could do. I could do like a 7:30 to 9:30 time slot. Yeah, Spaces. Yeah, that's 3 a.m. my time. My sleep pattern would be so messed up. Yeah, Zen. I mean, all those bigger channels have just taken all... honestly, it's taken like... it's like 200 concurrent viewers every night. The viewership during... my viewership during Globex has gone down like 200%. And the only way that I would recapture a lot of that audience would be if I was to start YOLOing and degen trading, you know. But I don't. A, that's not a good thing to show people, and secondly, I don't make enough on affiliates to warrant doing. Like, I don't have enough free accounts to do that, right? I can't just degen my accounts. I have to actually trade and be trade smart. I can't just throw on size and do it that way. Yeah, Zen, that's the one that really killed me. Because they have hundreds of accounts to give away every night, right? Like, they have hundreds of accounts with all the different props. So when they're rolling giveaways every 10 minutes on the stream and YOLOing size and able to trade a certain way that I can't. It's just whoever's active. So if you have a trading channel, for instance, right? Like, whatever a user's search history looks like, it will recommend whatever is being viewed the most at that time. Hey, what's up, Tams? Whatever is being viewed the most at that time, that's what's going to show up at the top of your recommended. That's exactly what's going to show up at the top of your recommended. So what's happening is my channel, whereas there wasn't a lot of streams during Globex in the trading space, as far as live trading is concerned, where it was like me, Stock Tiger, and Pine Tree, and then Top Step TV for the longest time. I was showing up at the top of those recommended search, right? And that's how everybody found out who I was was because we would show up right at the top of those recommended when you go to search live futures trading. Well, now mine is getting buried behind all those bigger channels, right? So when you type in live futures trading, you have to scroll now to find my content. And let's face it, the average viewer is not going to do that, right? Same thing with like the RTH streams. It would almost take me YOLOing my trading and degenning my trading to post a massive profit in order to do that. What those bigger channels have the luxury of, and those bigger affiliates have the luxury of, is having all those free accounts given to them and the affiliate money on the back end that they can write off any kind of fees that they have purchasing accounts against their business, right? So the way the system is designed, it's designed to keep the rich and make the rich richer and afford them the ability to throw on big trades, because at the end of the day, it's either a free prop firm account or it's $100 that they lost, right? So the whole industry and the whole niche that we're in is very, very rigged, is the best way to describe it, on all fronts. Social media, YouTube, all that stuff. It's all rigged to favor and support the bigger channels. So it's going to be very hard for smaller channels to break into the space. How about labeling myself as Dom? I'm not in. It's not about the clout, right? Like I'm not a clout chaser. I genuinely want to help beginning and struggling traders. Genuinely want to help them. Yeah, Dom, other people trade the same way I do. They're just very hard to find, or they don't live trade, right? Or they're behind a paywall. Just start some social media drama. No, honestly, like, a channel my size isn't even worth Patrick Whelan's response, even if I was to say something. He's not going to respond to me. He's only going to respond to the bigger channels, the channels that have 50K or 100K subs, right? Yeah, Dom, I think that's the problem, right? Is people want the quick action. People want to see you slinging in and out of trades, right? High-paced, almost gamifying trading to an extent. And that's what people want to see. They don't care if you lose a ton of money. They don't care if you're a bad trader, right? They just want to see the massive swings in the big numbers. They want to see you in and out of trades. You know, this is actually quite boring for the average viewer. Like, yes, I'm up. What am I up? 160 points almost on that position right now. You know, if I was trading minis right now, guys, I would be up $6,900 on this one trade. Lauber, you want us tired of watching the big streamers make a killing? Yeah, and that's exactly what's happening. Like, you even think about like, I'll be 100% honest. Half of my channel's profits okay, Uncle Sam takes 30% off the top, right? No matter what we earn. Half of my channel's 50% of my channel's earnings go to my editor and business partner, Mason. So right off the top. Let me see if I can pull over what my affiliates look like. We'll take My Fun of Futures, right? Like that's one of our bigger accounts. But I can show you what mine looks like in comparison to... All right, let me make sure there's no compromising information. So this month, and what are we in? We're 6 days into this month. You can kind of see this is how much we make in affiliates. This month we've earned $21. So that's what that looks like. But we've also had months where, you know, where total we made 8,000 total, right? But Uncle Sam takes 30%, 50% goes to my business partner and editor Mason. So you can see I'm not making we're not making a killing. You take guys that like Pine Tree, he's probably making 5 figures every month off of his affiliates. He's probably making 5 figures. You know, because Take Profit Trader, I know for a fact, like, just to have those 150K account giveaways with Take Profit Trader, you had to have, just in commissions alone, that's $4,000 once those 150Ks show up as a giveaway. So that's $4,000 alone off Take Profit Trader. Just Take Profit Trader. But the affiliate structures are all set up if you guys are ever curious. You can go on the Props website and just go click on that affiliate portion, and it shows what they pay. But yes, that's the game that all of them play. Is, hey, and that's how giveaway accounts are handled from the props as well. Is it's all based on how much you sell. How many people use your code. So, you know, like the Patrick Whelans and the Rocket Scooters and the Trades by Mats of the world, they're millionaires. They're multi-millionaires. So, and people just continue to feed the beast. They continue to use the big guys' codes. And that's the way that it works. And it just keeps the smaller guys down, you know? Take Profit Trader was our biggest affiliate when we had it. But we lost that affiliate partnership. So that's gone. We asked why. They didn't give an explanation, and it's probably because we're the small guy. We're the small guy. We weren't doing enough. We weren't valuable enough to keep on. So yeah. If you're a good trader, how long does it take to make $1 million? That's different for everybody. Who knows? Who knows? You think the Book Maps channel just lost one too? Yeah, Zen. It's hit or miss. You know, like I think here's the picture that I'm getting, because I see some that they kept on that don't make a lot of sense, right? And then I see others that they kept on that it's obvious why they kept them on. They're going to say one thing, but they're going to do another. I think at the end of the day, it was a cost-cutting measure. So it was probably random on the lower end. And then certain ones they kept on, obviously, because they're pushing sales, right? So it almost sounded like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the reality is. I don't want to speculate either. I mean, because at the end of the day, it would just be me guessing, right? I'm not in these back rooms. I don't know what's happening at the props. For those of the people that think I'm closely intertwined with the props, I'm not. I'm another trader just like just like you. I'm nothing special. They don't know my name. They just see the channel, they see the analytics, and that's all they care about. Yeah, we're getting there, Zen. We're pretty close. It's the move that makes a lot of sense, guys. I mean, those orders are still sitting there, 710, it looks like. In fact, let's just go ahead and target that 710. Let's see if we can get that push. I think we're going to start tight trailing at this point. Let's go ahead and go below 670. So now we've locked in 150 points on this trade, no matter what happens. I'll move Friday rug pull. Yeah, Scott, to answer your question about how long does it take to make $1 million trading for a good trader, first of all, you got to define what a good trader is, right? Second of all, there's lots of really bad traders that have made $1 million trading, right? There's lots of traders that believe in the process or the philosophy of, hey, let's max leverage every trade until we hit one, right? And eventually they hit that $1 million winner. I mean, I know people that have saved up $10,000, put it all on the line, and lost it. And then they save up $10,000 again, put it all on the line, and lost it. And they've done that 7 times. And then the 8th time, it finally hits, and they get to $100,000 or a $200,000 account, and then they do it again, right? And it hits again, and then all of a sudden they're a $1 million trader, and they can look like the world's greatest trader on earth. But does that mean that they're a good trader? No, that just means they gambled and gambled right a couple times, and had the cojones to put it all on the line, right? To me, some of the best traders aren't the millionaire traders, to be perfectly honest. Like, the best day in, day out, consistent traders oftentimes aren't the ones making millions of dollars. Oftentimes they're the ones that are doing enough to support themselves and make a living, but they're doing it consistently. Right, because anybody can get lucky and throw on max size on an FOMC or a CPI day and hit it big. Anybody can. As long as you have the funding to do so. Yeah, Martin, that's exactly right. Had you bought 10 contracts, oh, I disagree with that philosophy, Scott. 100%. I disagree with that philosophy. The one time that you actually bet big is the one time you allow 3 years of account building to be washed away with one stupid move. I completely disagree with that philosophy. And that's a matter of opinion, but I completely disagree with that. Percentage win rate doesn't define a good trader either, Scott. Just to give you a heads up. I know some of the best traders I know that have a 25 or 30% win rate and are making far more than the 68 or 70% win rate guy. On TSCO, do I think the lows are in? I'm not sure. I haven't looked at any individual tickers recently a whole lot, to be fair. Oh, you're gonna take profit at 698 if it gets there, Candlestick Cricket? Just like them dude's win rate is below 10% and he still can afford Ferraris. All right, let's see if we can get that push above 700. We should be able to get a surge here. With those orders sitting at 700 and 710, I would think we probably at least get that wick. All right, there's 97. All right, I'm going to trail at this point even up to this swing because I'd rather it just surge and wick than come all the way back and retest that low. Phoenix, what a shortable market. Phoenix. Yeah, but there's a lot more to it than win rate. Right? Like, you can have a 70% win rate. But what are you doing with your losses, you know? Does that 70% win rate even equate to profitability is the question. All right, there's 700. Let's see if we can wick up there. No sense in being ridiculous anymore. This is going down below 690. All right. I'm stopped out. I'm finally out of that trade, guys. 3 micros longs, over $700 on that position. That's a pretty good trade for the afternoon. I'm not gonna lie. I'm happy with that. That was a long hold time. That was almost a 3-hour hold time, I think. So good trade. Good trade. Good trade. All right. Well, I'm probably going to call it there. I don't see any reason to get into anything else at this point. That was the move I was looking for, was up to that 700 level. We didn't quite get the spike through. It kind of smacked right off of 700. I'm fine with that. Hopefully you guys caught a bit of that move. Enjoy the rest of your trading session, guys. You've only got 30 minutes till the closing bell. I'll be back live tomorrow once again. Not sure what time I'll be live, so just have those notifications turned on so you can catch another live stream. Thanks for tuning in during an RTH session stream. I know it's a little different. I know there's not as many viewers here, but I appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't yet, smash that thumbs up button on YouTube, and I'll see you on the next stream. Peace.